The morning after the gala, the young woke to an eerie silence. The apartment felt too big, too empty. On the kitchen counter, a note in Wyann's familiar handwriting waited for him. It was a short and simple, but the message felt like a physical blow. Gone to the studio. Don't know when I will be back. A cold dread settled in his stomach. He tried calling her, but the call went straight to voicemail. His next move was a desperate test. Wyan, please come home. We need to talk. Her reply came instantly, a single word that hit him like a punch to the gut. No. Days bled into a week. He came home to a silent, lifeless house, the air heavy with her absence. The silence was a constant reminder of his mistake. One night, he couldn't take it anymore and tried calling her again. Taeyong, Wyan, please, just tell me where you are. I'm worried sick about you. Are you eating? Are you sleeping? Wyan, I'm at my studio. I'm fine, Taeyong. Don't worry about me. Her voice was flat, devoid of warmth he remembered. It was just as strange on the other end of the line. Taeyong, how can you say that? Of course, I'm worried. We are not fine. We haven't spoke properly in a week. Wyan, we haven't been fine in a long time. I'm just finally admitting it, and I think you should too. Taeyong, please just come home. Let's sit down and talk about everything. We can fix this. We can go to the counseling, whatever it takes. Wyan, I can't. I don't want to. Not yet. I need this space, Taeyong. I need to figure out who I am again, outside of this relationship. Taeyong, what are you talking about? You are Wyan. You are my wife. You are the person I fell in love with. Wyan, a bitter, empty laugh escaped her lips. It was hollow, unfamiliar sound. Am I? Last week you called me a close acquaintance in front of a room full of people. I'm not so sure I even know who I am anymore. Taeyong, he let out a long, heavy sigh, the sound full of defeat. I know. I'm so sorry, Wyan. It was a stupid, idiotic thing to say. I was an idiot. Wyan, you were, and you were also very good at it. You were so good at pretending I was nobody important that I started to believe it myself. Taeyong, please Wyan, give me a chance to fix this, to make it right, to remind you of who you are, who we are together. Wyan, there was a long pause filled with the static of the phone line. I'm not the one who needs fixing, Taeyong. You are. You are the one who needs to figure out why you felt the need to make me invisible. Taeyong, what can I do? Just tell me anything. I will do anything to get you back. Wyan, just leave me alone for a while. That's all I need. I need to be alone to figure out if there is anything left to come back to. Taeyong, his voice cracked with emotion. So that's it? You are just giving up on us after everything. Wyan, no, I'm not. I'm choosing myself for the first time in a long time. She hung up, leaving Taeyong with a dull tone and a profound sense of helplessness. He started spending his nights at his friends' places, but the conversations were strained and difficult. He was looking for comfort, but all he found was hard truth. Taeyong, she won't talk to me. She is just gone. It's like she is a complete different person. Friend 1, what did you expect, man? You didn't just hurt her. You embarrassed her in front of your boss. You made her feel like a secret you were ashamed of. Taeyong, it wasn't like that. I was just trying to be professional. It was a career defining moment. I couldn't risk anything. Friend 2, by calling your wife a close acquaintance, that's not professional, Taeyong, it's just cruel. You looked her in the eyes and made her feel like nothing. Taeyong, he got defensive, his voice raising in frustration. You don't understand the pressure I am under. My reputation is everything in this business. Friend 1, we get it, we understand. But we also understand that your wife is supposed to be more important than your job. She is your partner. Taeyong, he let out a frustrated sigh. She is being so dramatic. This is all just a huge overreaction. Friend 2, dramatic? Last week the man we know was a completely different person with her. You are still a different person. You are not the Taeyong we know, not the one who fell in love with YN and her wild spirit. Taeyong, his voice was defensive, a wall he was desperately trying to build around himself. I am still that person. I had to be careful. You don't know what it's like. Friend 1, careful or afraid? The man we knew wasn't afraid to love YN out loud. He wore his love for her like a badge of honor. Taeyong, he dropped his head into his hands, the weight of their words finally sinking in. I don't know what to do. I messed up. I messed up so badly. Friend 2, you didn't just mess up, man. You broke her heart. You broke your own too. Taeyong, he looked up, his eyes filled with a deep aching regret. I never meant to. I swear it was never my intention to hurt her. Friend 1, it doesn't matter what you meant, Taeyong. It matters what you did. And now you have to live with that. The words stung because they were true. He was a different person, a stranger in his own life. He went back to the silent apartment, feeling the crushing weight of his actions. He started looking at old photos of them together, searching for the man he used to be. One photo was from their honeymoon. YN's bright pink hair was flowing in the wind as she laughed, a sound he could almost hear in his mind. He remembered telling her how much he loved that wild, untamed part of her. Now he wondered if he could have told her to tone it down, to be more professional. The thought made him sick to his stomach. A few days later, Taeyong found himself standing outside YN's studio. He held their framed wedding photo in his hand. He took a deep, shaky breath and knocked on the door. YN. She opens the door, her eyes wide with surprise and a hint of anger. Taeyong, what are you doing here? Taeyong. He holds up to the photo, his voice a low plea. I need to talk to you, please, just for a few minutes. YN. She shakes her head, a tired look on her face. There is nothing left for us to talk about. Taeyong. Yes, there is. There is so much. Please, YN, just 5 minutes. That's all I ask. She hesitates for a long moment, then steps aside to let him in. The studio is a void of colors and creativity, just like her. He sees half-finished canvases, paintbrushes scattered on the floor, and a sense of life that had been missing from their home. He feels a pang of nostalgia and a deep regret. Taeyong. He looks at a large canvas she is working on, his voice soft. That's beautiful. YN. She shrugs, not looking at him. It's just a painting. Taeyong. It's more than that. You, it's all of the amazing things about you that I fell in love with. Why in? Her voice is cold and flat. You don't get to say things like that anymore. Taeyong, I know, and I'm sorry. I brought this. He holds out the frame photo. I want you to have it. Why in? She takes the photo, her hand trembling as she looks at it. Why? Why now? Taeyong, because I look at this picture and I see a man who was so proud to be your husband. A man who loved your wildness, your brightness, your loud and apologetic self. And I don't know where that man went. YN, her eyes filled with fresh tears. He went away when you started listening to other people. Taeyong, he nods, his own eyes watering. You are right. I let them get in my head. I let my career, my family, my boss, I let them make me forget who I was, who we were. YN, her voice is a soft whisper. And you forgot who I was too. Taeyong, no, never. I got scared. I was so afraid of what people would think of me, what they would think of us. YN, she looks up at him, her voice full of pain. What did you think they could think? That I'm not a good enough for you? Taeyong, his voice breaks, a sob catching in his throat. No, the truth is, I was scared that I wasn't good enough for you. I was scared that you were too much for me, too big for the small world I was building. So I tried to make you smaller. I tried to make you fit in a box, and I broke your heart in this process. YN, a tear rolls down her cheeks. You did. You broke my heart, and you embarrassed me. Taeyong, I know, and I'm so sorry. There is no excuse. YN, she wipes her tears away with the back of her hand. So what now? You just say sorry and everything goes back to normal? Taeyong, no, I know it can't, but I want to try. I want to earn your trust back. I want to be the man in that picture again. The man who was proud to be with you. The man who loved you for who you are. YN, she shakes her head, a sad smile on her face. It's not that easy, Taeyong. I'm not the same person I was. You have changed me. Taeyong, I know, and I will spend every day for the rest of my life trying to help you find yourself again. I will be your biggest fan, your loudest cheerleader. I will tell the whole world that YN is my wife, and she is the most amazing, beautiful, talented, incredible person I have ever known. YN, she looks at him, her eyes searching for a sign of truth. Do you mean that? Taeyong, he takes a hesitant step closer, his eyes full of tears and a desperate sincerity. I do. I mean every word. I'm not ashamed of you. I was ashamed of myself. And I want to change. For me, for you, for us. Please, YN, just give me a chance. He stands there, vulnerable and broken, waiting for her answer. The silence in the studio is heavy. But this time, it wasn't suffocating. It is filled with a fragile hope. The air in the studio was heavy with Taeyong's words. He stood before YN, his eyes bleeding. The framed wedding photo, to stark reminder of the man he used to be. YN looked from the photo to him, seeing the broken man who had hurt her so deeply. YN, her voice is soft but firm. I hear you, Taeyong. I hear everything you are saying. and I believe you. Taeyang, a flicker of hope crosses his face. You do? YN. She nods slowly. I believe you are ashamed of yourself. I believe you are scared of what other people think. And I believe you want to be the man in this picture again. Taeyang, he takes a hopeful step towards. Then, please, let me try. Let me fix this. YN. She holds up her hand, stopping him. No, you can't fix this. You can't fix me. Taeyang. His face falls, confusion and pain in his eyes. What do you mean? YN. She looks at the wedding photo, a sad smile on her face. The man in this picture, he didn't just love me, he respected me. He loved my wildness because he respected my spirit. He loved my loudness because he respected my voice. He loved me for being different because he respected my true self. Taeyang, I know now. I will be that man again, I promise. YN. She shakes her head. You can't, because that man didn't try to change me for his job or for his family. That man wouldn't have called me an acquaintance. That man wouldn't have made me feel small. That man didn't exist in a world where he was ashamed of his wife. Taeyang, tears streamed down his face. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I will be better. YN. She places the wedding photo on a table, her hands flat on the glass. The problem is, you changed me. You made me look at myself through your eyes. For weeks, I thought I was too loud, too much, too unprofessional. I started to hide parts of myself because you hide me. I started to believe that I was a problem. Taeyang, he tries to reach for her hand. YN, please, let me help you to find yourself again. YN, she pulls away. No, I have to do that alone. I have to find the person I was before you told me I was different. I have to learn to be proud of myself again for myself. And I can't do that if I am worried about what you will say or what your boss will think. Taeyang, he looks at her defeated. So, what are you saying? YN, she looks at him, her eyes clear but filled with sadness. I'm saying you have a lot of work to do on yourself. You have to learn to respect yourself first, before you can truly respect anyone else. And I have to learn to love myself again, before I can ever let anyone love me. We can't be together right now. We are not a team anymore. Taeyang, his shoulders slump, a single sob escaping his lips. But what about us? YN, she turns back to her painting. Her voice a soft, final whisper. Us? Stop existing the moment you call me an acquaintance. He stands there for a long time, watching her. She doesn't turn around. The silence that was once suffocated her now fills the room, but this time it belongs to him. Taeyang finally turns and walks out, leaving the wedding photo behind. For a couple to truly thrive, they must respect each other as individuals. Respect means celebrating each other's unique qualities, not trying to change them. It's about building a partnership where both people feel safe, valued, and seen for who they truly are. Self-respect is equally important. When you have a strong sense of self-worth, you won't allow others to diminish you, and you will be able to stand strong in your own truth. This self-respect becomes the foundation for a healthy relationship built on mutual admiration and genuine love. Respect is one of the greatest expressions of love. If you don't have respect, you don't have love.